Hello everybody and welcome back to Dead Space 3. Today we're going to talk about, a thing. A very important thing, a very wonderful thing. And it's sort of a derivative of mob mentality, but at the same time, it's not. Okay, so I do need to go this way. And by that I mean, frequently I see people say something along the lines of, well, I can't make change on my own. Like a whole group of people, like a whole lot of people need to decide to do something, for there to be any change. Like,
personal log, Dr. Earl Serrano. The Nexus experiment is, well, it's incredible. We have discovered 2 nearly pristine specimens, and crews are working around the clock to uncover them. We're learning so much about how these Necromorphs communicated. The whole species seems to have been connected by some telepathic signal, from the lowliest foot soldier to the mightiest specimens. But where is the signal coming from? That is what I intend to find out.
okay, so, early research, the Necromorphs were deemed to be a type of species, rather than just a thing. New suit available at suit kiosk. Why? I'm not gonna look at it. I might be tempted to change it then. But, for example, I don't like Epic Games practices, so I personally refuse to buy a game through the Epic Games Store. And I told someone this, and they're like, but why? It's not going to change anything. Like, one person's not going to change anything. Like, it takes a ton of people to change something like that. Well, that's the thing. Yes, it takes a whole lot of people to make a change for something that is that large of a problem. But a whole mass of people isn't just a mass of people. Like, a mass of 1 million isn't just a mass of 1 million. It is one person 1 million times to make a mass of 1 million. What I mean by it's sort of derived from mob mentality is the same thing. Like, it's the same in reverse. You're already in a mass of people, so you decide to just go with the mob's decision, even if you know the mob's decision is, well, wrong, because you don't want to take the risk and put... You don't want to take that risk and put... And end up being, say, the target of that mass of people. And it results in mob mentality, because no one wants to go against the mob, because they're all thinking, oh, like, if I go against them, they're just going to target me. They're just going to, like, I'm just going to be the next target, like, and it's not going to change anything, because I'm only one person. That even if only one person makes the decision, if one person makes that decision 1 million times, okay, so I need a power cell. Then you end up with a mass of 1 million. And I'm not saying like one person makes the same decision and they make that, and that one person makes the same decision 1 million times. Like they 1 million times to say, yeah, no, I don't want to go through with this. I'm saying, like, if everyone makes the decision themselves, instead of just following what the mass says, then you end up with a mass of people actually fighting for something that is worthwhile. Or, at least, to them, it's worthwhile. Okay, so, I don't know where a power cell is. Was I supposed to have spotted one along the way here? Now, obviously, it's much easier said than done to just be like, yeah, like if you don't like something, just don't go along with it. Because clearly, yeah, I can say that a million times, but if I don't actually follow through with it, it doesn't mean anything. I don't know where a power cell is. Is there power cells downstairs? Oh no, there's power cells right here. So even if I bothered to say it a million times, if I don't ever follow through with what I say, like if I don't ever, like for example, a lot of creators are like, will say to you, vote with your wallet. When it comes to, like, no one likes pay-to-win microtransactions except for those that, like, truthfully, like, they don't want to play the game, they just want to be the best at the game. So they're willing to be like, yeah, I'll shell out $2,000 to be the best at the game, just so I can say I'm the best. And you always hear, like, vote with your wallet, and it's like some people don't get the idea.
The furnace is on. How's it looking from...
I can't sprint out here, which sucks. So, and the idea behind the saying, vote with your wallet, is I don't like the practices of this company. So I will not give them money. If enough of us decide I do not like the practices of this company...
Great.
Hey, thanks for putting up with Robert. You know, he's not been himself.
Norton just thinks I'm trouble in a couple of ways. But you need me for the mission, and that's why I'm here. That plus, well, frankly, I hope...
Allie, is that Isaac? Great. You two having a nice little chat?
He just called to say he got the furnace going. He's on his way back now. Isaac, I'll see you soon.
Norton's a jealous bastard. We all knew that at this point, though. So it's warm in here now. Now, I can't say I've never bought into microtransactions in games. I can't say I've never spent money on those
the heat
convenience
exchangers are powered
things.
up now, but the specimen isn't thawing. Is there something wrong with the mechanism?
Yeah, I think it's frozen shut. I may be able to work it free by adjusting the pressure in the pipes. Hang on.
Now, I didn't entirely catch what they said, but I expect it has something to do with these thingies. Does not have to do with these thingies. Has to do with these thingies. Okay, this is kind of funny. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm definitely doing something tedious. Okay, power's on.
I think that did it.
Yes! The internal temperature is rising. And I have more good news.
What is it?
Come up to the observation booth. I'll explain it all the way. The Necromorphs are conduits for the Marker's signals. Well, the researchers built a sensor to track that signal upstream to find the machine.
So where's the sensor?
Probably destroyed. But I did find the blueprints to make a new one.
I think I know where this is going.
Because I haven't been using those drone babies much. Actually, I don't know what Isaac is implying when he says, I think I know where this is going. Like, I'm thinking that scientist lady's gonna kind of betray me. I'm also thinking Norton's gonna betray us. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to kill that thing right there.
Over here. This is the blueprint I was telling you about. I don't see any of the parts necessary to make this sensor, but there's another research warehouse at the other end of the camp. Here's a schematic. What do you think?
Looks like they modified a telemetry spike. I have no idea how it works, but yeah. I think I can build it with the right parts. Where's the other warehouse?
I'll put the coordinates in your rig. It is most likely to be locked down tight. Here. I found these research passcodes when we arrived. They got us into this warehouse. Maybe they will work for the other buildings as well.
Well, we'll find out. Back soon.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Hope I can piece together enough of this
Send
research.
just gotta send Isaac all over the place, because like, that's just how things are, right? You send Isaac from one place to the next. So I feel like I'm actually now feeling like Science Lady's gonna just die. Like she's gonna die to this thing here. Like she's gonna do something that results in her death. Still thinking Norton's gonna betray us. Not too sure on Ellie yet. Like, I thought she was gonna betray us in the second game.
Okay, geniuses, here's a question. Let's say the stupid experiment works and you find the machine, then what? Do you guys even have a clue about turning it off?
Well, Admiral Graves referred to a codex. She said it was the key to controlling the machine.
Yes. I've been able to decrypt several of Dr. Serrano's logs, and he references someone named Rosetta as being instrumental in forging this key.
Are you listening to yourselves? You don't know any more about this bullshit than I do.
If I can find the parts to make a sensor, we can find the machine. Then we can figure out this codex business.
Unbelievable.
It is. Okay. Why? And how did they set up so many candles so quickly? Actually, was it quickly? Now, obviously, you do have to suspect, like, that what you're... with what I was talking about, you do have to at least have some sort of... Oh, I can go in here now. Do I need to go in here? Aha. So, that wants me to go back across there, and I can't go back across there, so we're just gonna go in here. So no 100% completion. I probably missed a lot more stuff. Oh, okay, what were you? You look kind of like a raptor. Great. Lovely. From SFC Lumley to Jen S. Mahad. I don't know what, I think that's general. Major setback in the expanding facility. One today, glacial collapse took 23 men. 2 tractors and 3 unfinished buildings. Initial surveys were done with telemetry spikes as protocol suggests, but failed to report the unstable ice mass. The loss of supplies and manpower will be a serious setback to the expedition staying on schedule. Unfortunate. Granted, these people are long dead, so it's like... not like I can care too much about them. Aha! Is this what happens when the skeleton bros get a hold of meat? I'm thinking this looks like what happens if the skeleton bros get a hold of meat. But what I talked about earlier, if your complaint about a game is just like, it's oh no, it's these assholes! I hate these dickheads. So it was the raptor, dick faces. But you do have to suspect that, use a bit of common sense. If your issue with the game is its price, and, for example, taking issue with a AAA game being priced at AAA prices, yeah, you can vote with your wallet, but yes, people are probably not going to side with you. But at the same time, let's say your issue is with the price of a particular DLC for a game. You may have a much higher chance of a group of people agreeing with you, especially if said DLC is not a DLC, like a full expansion size one, but instead is a microtransaction.
If you're watching this film, it means despite our every precaution, containment has become a necessity. It is now up to us to make the ultimate sacrifice for the safety of the sovereign colonies that we have sworn to protect. We understand we cannot expect 100% compliance. Therefore, the military arm of this final quarantine campaign will divide into 3 tiers of soldiers on sweep and cleanse duty. The first crew disables all vehicles. The next takes census of the personnel who have obeyed the order and provides assistance to those who have not. The last destroys all data, records, and communication structures on Tau Volantis and in orbit. At the end of these tasks, each group will consider their mission objectives complete and proceed to self-terminate. God bless the sovereign colonies, and may he have mercy on us all. If you are watching this film, it means despite our containment has become a necessity.
Let's see. What do these have to say?
The ultimate sacrifice for the safety of the sovereign colonies.
Went to the armory to requisition a pistol and 1 bullet for each soldier. Shaking like a leaf. Supply chief filled the order and asked if I wanted a receipt. We both laughed, as well as we shared a final smoke. He told me about his family back home and his vacation plans for when he returned. Then he unzipped a body bag and asked if I wouldn't mind spotting for him. He apologized for being a heavy fellow and said if I could, his body should be taken below like the rest. I hesitated at first, but he calmly sat down in the space like it was a sleeping bag, said a quick prayer, and then he off himself. Once his remains had been tended to, I gathered my order and noticed the jitters had gone. I guess I'm not afraid to die anymore. In fact, I'm looking forward to it. Can I shut this thing off? Okay, that's highly annoying, so I'm gonna have to turn down my headset so I can actually focus on reading. Attention all hands. Scenario 5 has been declared. All flights are grounded. Do not attempt to contact the fleet. Report to your superior officer for orders. 100% compliance is required. This is not a drill. God save the colonies. So, with everything that went on, they declared that for some reason or another, they had to off themselves. It does amaze me that I don't know how they managed to convince people to come out here when it was potentially a suicide mission. Granted, I've never been a soldier. I can't be a soldier. I'm nearly blind. So I don't know what what they do to breed loyalty. But I can say it amazes me the idea that the general may not have done it out of malice, but instead out of or even greed, but instead out of an attempt to save the rest of the colonies from the mistakes made by those here on this planet. Let me know down in the comments what you think about everything that we just that I talked about, and If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, as well as for everyone who hasn't already, there's always the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified the next time I upload any sort of content or go live from live stream. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye, I guess.